Let's check your thumb position. It's really important. Lots of times what I see is players have their thumb way, way out in front of their flute. And then look at what happens. It rotates backwards like this. And then your fingers get sloppy over the top like this. And if you play an open hole flute, there's no way that you can cover the keys. So a lot of unintended consequences come from having your thumb, your right thumb, way, way, way too far under and in front of the tube. So where should it be? And this is really regardless of hand size, because sometimes people will say, well, my hands are really small or my hands are really big. And they think that there's a particular way that they need to hold the flute that may be different from somebody with average sized hands. Not really true. So generally speaking, and again, a lot of what you're going to see online are going to be general tips about how to kind of start, but then you're going to need to tweak things specifically for you. Generally speaking, you're going to want your hand in this shape where your thumb is pretty close to your middle finger, right? So you're not going to have your hand like this, and you're not going to have your hand like this when you place it on the flute. It's going to be more across like this and even. So from there, you're going to place your hand on the instrument, and you're going to see that my thumb is sort of under the tube, but it can also push forward. It's not like this, and it's not way, way, way in the back either. That way my fingers are able to move cleanly above, and the tube is not being rotated backwards or forwards by having my thumb in a place where it causes those movements. You might notice that I do have a hitchhiker's thumb where it kind of bends back, and that doesn't really affect things. So whether you have one or not, whether your thumb stays straight like this, also doesn't really matter. You want to have it, generally speaking, this shape before you place it on your flute. What we're going for ultimately is stability. And so the way that we hold the flute stable is there are 3 points of contact. One is going to be that right hand thumb where it's sort of pushing forward just a bit. Your left hand knuckle is pushing backwards towards you a little bit. And then the third point of stability is going to be on your chin. So when those things are set up and very stable, the flute will not go anywhere. So sometimes beginner players feel like the flute is going to fall out of their hands. Sometimes that happens if we're not stable, but right hand thumb pushing forward a bit, left hand here pushing back a bit, on the chin, everything is really stable. But that right hand thumb placement is super important to make sure that that stability is actually happening. And that's the reason for it. So if you have any questions about that, give it a try. If something doesn't make sense, leave me a message. Also, I offer a free trial lesson for new students, and you can find that sign up information in the caption, description, whatever. See you next time.